What is up, guys? It's On&Off Football, and the Green Bay Packers have just defeated the Tennessee Titans in Nashville. Yesterday was a slaughter, honestly. The Packers' defense, 8 sacks. 8 sacks. The most since 2005. The Packers look great. Even without their quarterback, Jordan Love, they look great. Let's just talk about the game. Jordan Love is a different conversation at a different time. Maybe leading up to this week against the Vikings, the Packers will have Jordan Love, but we will see. But right now, the focal point is Malik Willis and this Packers team. So let's look at the Packers. Let's look how they played. So this final score was 30-14 Packers. Player stats, if you look at Malik Willis has been playing so well. And he doesn't have to do anything crazy. He just needs to be playing good enough to win a game. So Malik Willis, 13 for 19, 202 yards, and a single touchdown, no interceptions. And he had 6 carries on the ground with 73 yards and a touchdown. He was the leading rusher for the Green Bay Packers yesterday. He's been playing extremely well. This is great for the Packers, especially without having no number one solidified quarterback. They do have Malik Willis as of right now. Their quarterback got hurt. They needed an option. They had Sean Clifford or Michael Pratt. Decided to release Michael Pratt, kept Sean Clifford, and Malik Willis was picked up 3 weeks before the season started. So, yeah, Packers look great. Defense especially. But let's look at receivers. No touchdowns for any receiver on the team. Emmanuel Wilson did have a receiving touchdown, though. It was a nice little screen for 30 yards. It was Emmanuel Wilson, Josh Jacobs, Jaden Reed, and Chris Brooks in the rushing game yesterday. Jaden Reed with 2 carries, 19 yards. Josh Jacobs with 14 carries, 43 yards. Emmanuel Wilson with 12 carries and 50 yards. It wasn't easy to get this game going on the ground for the Packers. I mean, the Packers were struggling in the beginning a little bit, but Josh Jacobs did find a few holes. The blocking was getting better. It's just that's all that matters. But every run that Josh Jacobs had, I think he could have had over 100 yards. It was always called back for a holding. Packers got to clean that up. They got to work on that. Receiving game, Christian Watson, 2 receptions for 67 yards. Jaden Reed, 4 for 50. Emmanuel Wilson, 2 for 35. Tucker Kraft, 2 for 24. Romeo Dobbs, 1 for 18. So, not the greatest offensive game. It was a good enough offensive game to get the Packers going. I mean, they punted, how many times they punted? 3 times? I think the Packers punted, it doesn't say how many times the Packers punted. But I'm just going to assume the Packers punted like 3 times, 4 times. Not a great offensive game, but a good offensive game to the point where they could just get everything, going for the defense. You get a score for the defense, it's okay. As long as the defense plays well and doesn't allow a score, which is what they did. They only allowed 14 points. And that only came in the first quarter. They had 1 touchdown. It was 17-7 in the first quarter, and it was 20-7 to end the half. Only 7 points allowed in the first half is phenomenal. And then just to allow another touchdown, maybe at like the end of the game. Phenomenal defense. Isaiah McDuffie, 0.5 sack. Jair had a pick 6. Quay Walker's got to do better. I don't know. I don't like Quay Walker right now, but I just want to see him do better. That's all. Isaiah McDuffie has been playing phenomenally, though. Quay Walker, 0.5 sack. Devontae Wyatt. Let's just talk about Devontae Wyatt. He already has 4 sacks. 4 sacks, if I'm correct. How many sacks has Devontae Wyatt had? Well, he had 2 sacks this game. I believe he had a sack against the Colts, and I believe he had a sack against the Eagles. That is 4 sacks in total. He either has 3 or 4 sacks, but regardless, he's been playing phenomenally. Rashawn Gary also causing a lot of pressure. He's disrupting the quarterback as much as he can. Lucas Van Ness with a sack and a fumble recovery. JJ Nigbari, 1.5 sacks. Preston Smith, 2 sacks. Just an 8-sack game for the Packers. And then we had Xavier McKinney with 3 interceptions in 3 weeks. He has had an interception every game. Unbelievable what the Packers have found in their safety, in their defense in general. Jeff Hafley has done an amazing job. Let's look at the Titans. Will Levis, not a great game. 26 for 34. He had a good complete. It wasn't terrible, but he did make some stupid mistakes. 26 for 34, 260 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. That went to Jair for the pick 6 and Xavier McKinney at the end of the game. Tony Pollard was stopped. He could not do anything against this run defense. I don't know if they just didn't want to establish the run as much because they didn't really run that much. They really had nothing going for them in the run regardless, though. Will Levis was the second leader in rushing. They had 3 rushers. We had 6. DeAndre Hopkins, 6 for 73, one touchdown. Tajay Spears, 4 for 54. Josh Wiley, 4 for 43. Tyler Boyd, 3 for 33. Tony Pollard, 3 for 15. Just a great defensive game, honestly, from the Packers. They gave up 2 sacks. I believe that's all they gave up, though. Gave up 2 sacks and really nothing. The Titans really had nothing going for them. This game was dominance from the Packers. I thought last week was dominance. Not looking at the score, but just dominance in general. But this week it was dominant. Going into a really tough game against the 3-0 Vikings that just destroyed they just destroyed the Texans. I was shocked. They destroyed the Texans. Packers going into a game they must win. Winner of next week's game will have the NFC North in the standings. Whoever wins that game will be at the top. And Packers, they just need Jordan Love back. If they get Jordan Love back, I love Malik Willis. He's been playing phenomenally. But Jordan Love, if they get him back, this team is going to be good. Get the run game going. Get your receivers going. And this defense is top 5 right now. But yeah. Thank you all for watching. If you guys like this type of content, if you guys want to keep up with NFL content, especially the Green Bay Packers, because that is what I cover on this channel, I'll cover more NFL teams. I'll maybe do some primetime games. But mostly I do Packers because I'm a Packers fan. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this content, please let me know. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, go Pack, go.